Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this new edition of your Chronicle on Vox Africa. Today we come back on the declaration of the French President Emmanuel Macron following the suspension of France 24 and RFI on Malian territory. A declaration that has on many aspects raised questions that we tried to answer in a previous edition. But before we proceed, I suggest you listen to this excerpt of the French President Emmanuel Macron.
The Malian authorities have banned the broadcasting of RFI and France 24. Do you condemn this decision?
Je condamne avec la plus grande fermeté cette décision.
I strongly condemn this decision, which seems to me to be in contradiction with the values held by the Malian people and Mali. Since its independence, I think this decision is low pitch. It is led and taken by a transition which, I remind you, is the fruit of two putsches and is a sign of a race forward towards the West. As you know, I condemned it clearly in spring 2021 by calling on ECOWAS firmly. We then increased pressure and took political and military decisions that were appropriate in the last weeks and months. I fervently hope that Malians can have democratically elected authorities who deserve it, and I call on ECOWAS, the regional organization, and on the African Union to take the appropriate decisions that France will support as every time they have taken their responsibilities. As such, both the violence and, as I can clearly see, the denial of information and the right of journalists to inform can be solved. I condemn this with the greatest firmness, and I will meet tomorrow with President Nana Akufo-Addo, current president of ECOWAS, to call on him to take all the necessary measures in the matter.
Nana Akufo-Addo, président en exercice de la CEDEAO, pour l'appeler à prendre toutes les décisions utiles en la matière.
France, to whom the ideals of freedom of expression and sovereignty are said to be important, has just committed irreparable, and this for two reasons. The first, since the suspension of France 24 and RFI, France has stepped up to denounce an attack on freedom of expression. Yet, France, which holds the presidency of European Union, has itself suspended the media Russia Today and Sputnik for the reasons of false allegations and propaganda. Is Emmanuel Macron in contradiction with himself? The facts speak for themselves. The second reason is that Emmanuel Macron says Malian authorities that came to power through putsch